All right, so we have literally just entered into the month of Nisan, and all eyes are looking toward Pesach. Passover, the holiday of redemption, the holiday that all other holidays revolve around. I mean, Sukkot is just remembering the exodus from Egypt. Even Shavuot, we're just remembering that we left Egypt to receive the Torah. All of the holidays, in one way or another, are Zecher Lietziat Mitzrayim, in commemoration of the exodus from Egypt. That's really what this is all about. And that's why the Torah, Judaism, was never meant to be a religion. It's the sacred task of Passover that father to son, mother to daughter passed over the story from generation to generation. That's really the essence of what the Passover Seder is all about. And it's not something that we have to believe in. It's something that our fathers and mothers told us that they experienced. And we're living in trust of that story that's being passed over every generation. Now, I want to put things into perspective of what that really means. How many Passovers from generation to generation have there been? How many fathers have passed over the story of the Exodus to their children? So let's put up the slide here so people can wrap their mind around it. Passover happened 2,448. That was the year according to like from the birth of Adam. And our year today is 5,785. So we're talking about, and this isn't everyone's opinion, but we're talking about sometime about 3,337 years have passed. 3,337 years have passed since the Exodus from Egypt. Now I think about that number and I'm like, oh, that is ancient, ancient history. That's so long ago. But really, when you think about it in terms of generations, divide 3,337 divided by 25, 25 years a generation, you come up with 133 generations have passed. That's it. That's not that many anymore. 133 fathers have passed over the story to 133 children. And that's what brings us here today. And so, really, let's talk about redemption. And I want to think about this for a moment because now we can really wrap our minds around time because time, in some ways, is so different depending on how you look at it. And so, what does redemption look like here in Israel? Let's think about Mashiach has come. What does it look like? Well, there's world peace all around us, there's prosperity. The nations are streaming into Jerusalem to learn God's ways and to learn the Torah. And truly, redemption is symbolized by the temple that will be built in Jerusalem. Once the temple is built in Jerusalem, everything has fallen into place. Religions have fallen into place, nations have fallen into place, peace and truth reigns, and that is what redemption looked like. But I want you to think about for just a minute. Let's think about 3 generations, 75 years. Let's call it 80 years. Where were we 80 years ago, 3 generations ago? Well, you think about it right now, we're 2025. 80 years ago, the Jewish people were in Auschwitz. We were being systematically annihilated by the Germans. We were being exterminated. We were scattered. We were defenseless. We were hopeless. We were in exile and we were just lost among the nations with really no hope. That was 80 years ago. And the process that has occurred in the last 80 years that's brought us today is mind boggling. We've gone through so much, but just so you know, in 80 years from now, for us to actually build a temple in Jerusalem, we're not that far away. It's really within the process of redemption. Where we've gone in the last 80 years, we have much less to go through in the next 80 years. It's closer than we all think. It's just the perspective that we look at it. And imagine for just a moment that Jerusalem is rebuilt, a new Jerusalem, a house of prayer for all nations. And Much less needs to happen right now than what needed to happen for us to go from the gas chambers of Auschwitz until this very day. Much less needs to happen. And so, with that bracha of a new moon, that just as it starts with just a little sliver of light, that the light continues to grow and grow until the full moon, and we celebrate Passover, the holiday of redemption, we should know that redemption is right around the corner. It's just a matter of time.